The need of housing among elderly people is increasing as the population is aging in Hong Kong. However, there are not many housing projects for elderly people in the market, which is far beyond the demand. The best way to solve this problem is to promote aging in place, which facilitates elderly people to live continually in their own homes rather than to rehouse the elderly people as a result of aging. In order to promote aging in place in the community, the Hong Kong Housing Society has set up the Elderly Resources Center in Hong Kong since 2005. We aim at helping elderly people to achieve aging in place through creating age-friendly living environment, promoting healthy aging, and adopting safety living style. Elderly Resources Center also promote age-friendliness in the following domains. In the housing domain, we promote aging in place and community integration through our consultation services, which includes recommendation on choosing age-friendly furniture, equipment, and gadgets, and home modifications to suit the functional needs of the client and help them to find contractors for the renovation and maintenance works. Advice on suitable community services and ways to access these services near the living areas of clients so as to facilitate community integration. In Housing Society's rental housing estates, we provide free home modification for our tenants. Occupational therapists conduct home assessment and advice on enhancing the safety and accessibility of the elderly people's home. The property management colleagues will follow up occupational therapy's referral and to complete home modification, such as handrail installation. We also help elderly people to apply for necessary financial support for home modifications from government if needed. In the domain of community support and health services, our service is readily accessible by the public. Elderly Resources Center is located conveniently with only 5 minutes walking distance from subway station in Hong Kong. Visitors can come easily in most of the areas in the territory. Car parking space is also available for group visitors who travel by coach. On offering of services, we provide health promotion services to elderly people through guided tour in Elderly Resources Center with focus on general health issues to raise the awareness of health among elderly people. Preliminary health assessment followed by professional consultation. In the area of voluntary support, Elderly Resources Center also forms a strong volunteer team with 500 volunteers, mainly from retirees and elderly people, who can also become our ambassadors to facilitate the provision of services in Elderly Resources Center and other outreaching services in the community. In the domain of social participation, Elderly Resources Center provide age-friendly facility and setting to encourage elderly people to come and visit. Elderly Resources Center is equipped with the state-of-the-art interactive games and testing panels for assessing elderly people's functional level in a fun and relaxed atmosphere and help elderly people to adopt a safe living style. The exhibition area of Elderly Resources Center includes the Adaptive Housing Zone, which demonstrates age-friendly housing design mock-up flats, the latest age-friendly furniture, appliances, aids, and gadgets. We also add a new mock-up flat called the iHome to show the application of IT in smart living of elderly people. The Healthy Aging Zone helps visitors to be more aware of the age-related changes and the importance of healthy aging through participating in interactive games and display information. The Safety Living Zone helps visitors to enjoy the virtual reality games and experiential activities to learn the common risky habits of elderly people and clues for safe living. For example, choosing appropriate footwears and prevention of falls, etc. For the promotion and awareness of activities, we work closely with local elderly people services providers in promoting of elderly people-related events and activities. With increasing IT literacy among elderly people, we launched the website for elderly services to facilitate elderly people to access and get the related information conveniently. Besides visiting tours in Elderly Resources Center, we also organize wide range of events and activities, which include education talks, carnivals, home visitation, and trainings to the public. In order to promote intergeneration interaction, we also organize intergeneration program for secondary and tertiary students. The aim of the program is to help the students understand the needs of elderly people through experiential learning programs and to promote intergeneration integration with the elderly people. The program includes arranged visits to Elderly Resources Center where they participate in experiential learning activities to understand the needs of elderly people and the benefits of age-friendly housing design to elderly people. Field project and assessment of age-friendliness of the community using the latest WHO age-friendly city guidelines. And conduct home visits to elderly people. Our works is making impact to the individuals and the society. Over 95% of the visitors increase awareness on the importance of healthy aging and increase knowledge on strategies for engaging in the active retirement life. Since 2011, over 2,000 elderly people received our services, including home modifications, health maintenance programs, counseling, and referrals for elderly people with substantial health risks. Elderly Resources Center provides a lot of chances to facilitate social participation of elderly people. We have recruited 503 volunteers, providing total 49,490 service hours, and achieved 4 Gold Awards, a Volunteer Services Award by Social Welfare Department of Hong Kong SAR. For impact to the Hong Kong society, our works have been well recognized. Over 100 both local and overseas organizations, including academic institutions, professional bodies, government and private housing developers, visited Elderly Resources Center. We have also networked over 95% of elderly people services organizations in Hong Kong to provide services to elderly people, including visiting tour in Elderly Resources Center and other outreaching services. We also successfully introduced the concept of age friendliness in property management. The trained property management staff provides more age friendly services, which cover at least 100,000 populations. We organized education program for over 2,000 students from tertiary institutions who will potentially serve elderly people in the future. There were representatives and professionals from over 100 organizations in other Asian cities and overseas that visited Elderly Resources Center. The feedback is positive, and some of the visitors even start to plan similar services in their countries. With the passion in serving elderly people, Elderly Resources Center are dedicated to promote age friendliness in our society.